This is a case of corruption and impersonating of a police officer and involves the theft of precious stone from a citizen. I attached the docket of this case marked TLM3. The complainant alleges that on 11 February 2023 at approximately 8 o'clock, 2 male and 1 female individuals arrived at his residential premises and identified themselves as officers of the EMPD. Of these 3 individuals, 2 were attired in official uniform, while the third was in civilian clothing. At that time, the complainant was in the company of his partner, who was able to photograph the officers without their knowledge. The female officer, who has been identified as Constable Stalls of EMPD, informed the complainant that he was under investigation for the alleged smuggling of lithium and expressed their intention to conduct a search of the premise. The complainant requested to be shown a valid search warrant. The officers, the second has been identified as Constable A. Mackenzie, who also is an EMPD member. However, advised that they were entitled to conduct the search without a warrant and that force could be employed if
necessary.
During the search, the officers discovered low-grade sugilite and manganese. 6 boxes of sugilite were seized with an estimated value of 14,926,412 rands. The members reported at West Bank that they were tracing a suspect of business robbery, whilst in their own statement they say that they investigating a suspect dealing in lithium. From the evidence obtained of this operation, in brackets, the photographs and CCTV footage, the only people identified are the EMPD officers. No one is identified as being from the Johannesburg Metropolitan Police Department, JMPD. Neither Brigadier Kwanazu, who is their supervisor, nor the police officers involved have submitted evidence of a joint operation, as these officers claim it was. The onus lies on them to produce evidence of a joint operation, if there is any. The members stated that they seized the articles and handed them to JMPD officers. Once again, there is no proof that they booked any articles from the operation on the SAP-13 register. Indeed, they could not, as there is no case, as they claim by them registered by SAPS of such an investigation. It is proven that they abuse their powers by operating outside their jurisdiction, i.e. Ekurhuleni, and misled the Rosebank SAPS about the basis of conducting operation within Johannesburg. This amounts to misconduct by these EMPD members based on the fact that they were operating outside their jurisdiction without proof of the necessary authority.
Thank you. You have provided in the docket the photographs that you referred to at paragraph 61. You state there that from the evidence obtained of this operation, the photographs and CCTV footage, the only people identified are EMPD officers. Do you see that?
Yes.
Commissioners, for the record, we are going to put up the pictures. If the commissioners could make a note You will recall when Chief Mapieye was testifying, he testified to a letter of demand received in respect of semi-precious stones by EMPD. I think that it's demanding a recovery of about 16 million, if memory serves me well. Attached to that letter of demand is a series of photographs, which unfortunately were in black and white. What we are about to put up, which comes from the docket, are the same photographs, except this time in color. So we would have to attend to your files. We had undertaken to provide better photos and substitute what you currently have at Annexure JM24 of Mapieye with the color photographs. If you could just make that note. So you have in your docket, Mr. Magagula, from page 344, a series of photographs. Annexure TLM3 at page 344.
Yes.
You have a series of photographs. And there are, I think on my count, 3 photographs from 344. So it will be 344, 345, and 346. That is the first photograph. I would like us to move to the second and the last photograph. On these photographs, you say the only people identified are the EMPD officers. You say that at paragraph 61. Do you confirm?
Yes.
From these photographs that are in the docket, are you able to say where those photographs were taken? Is it at the complainant's residence where the crime took place?
Yeah, it was.
Or the seizure of the semi-precious stones took place? Is that the complainant's residence?
Yeah, this is the complainant resident.
There are 3 photos. Are you able to identify any of the people appearing in these 3 photographs?
Yes.
Please do. Let's go back to the first one at 344.
The one with a red T-shirt is the victim.
Yes.
The one with a brown shirt with a gun in his waist is facing the other direction, is Etienne van der Walt.
Yes. And for the record, Etienne van der Walt is not an EMPD member.
Etienne van der Walt is not an EMPD member, is not a police officer.
Okay.
It is when we say there was someone who was impersonating a police officer, it is Etienne van der Walt.
Okay.
And Etienne van der Walt, we also found him in Patfontein case. We also found Etienne van der Walt in the Brakpan murder case.
Yes. Then the other 2 people?
The lady seated down is Keisha Lee Stolz.
Yes.
The man standing there is Adrian Norman Mackenzie.
Then we'll just quickly go to 345 and see if there's still the same people you identified, except for the victim.
Yes.
And the last photograph at 346, it would appear like the victim is at the bottom left corner of the photograph, and the 3 other people, Van der Walt, Stolz, and Mackenzie, still around the table. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. You then say you obtained evidence of CCTV footage. You say so at paragraph 61?
Yes.
Can you inform the commissioners what you did with that footage?
I obtained the CCTV footage and I sent the footage to Forensic Science Laboratory in Pretoria to compile a photo album.
Before you proceed, commissioners, I note the report that referral and other documents are missing from our files, from the docket. If I may update your files with the missing 4 pages that were supposed to be in the docket. Mr. Magagula's file will be equally updated, and then we can deal with these matters. As these are distributed, Mr. Magagula, do you have the extra pages you provided during lunch, numbered from 248.1? We propose to, they won't exactly be in order, commissioners, but so not to disrupt the numbering. We have taken, we have decided that perhaps they best belong after 248, which is okay. I'm trying to find the logic of why 248. 248 is the copy of occurrence book. And before we get into, so they would start TLM 3. So if we could just put them there, but as the evidence, as he continues, we will realize that they are not in their right place. For the moment, we will do so that they stay together, because they are updating the docket as we currently have it.
Yeah, because if they are 248.1, then they should be just before 249.
And it is because 249 was misfiled, if the chair remembers. That is the statement, commander statement from Mr. Mkwanazi.
The short Julius
yes,
Mkwanazi.
for the previous case.
Okay. Yes. All right. Thank you. This is exactly the reason I always say I will rely on you to stick with it.
Just for the record, for the readers of the transcript to know what happened and how other documents made their way into the files.
Just in case I missed it, were the precious stones ever found? Because I saw in your statement that the officers say they handed them over to JMPD. Were they ever found, the precious stones?
The part of it, small part of it, as we progress, we found them, and it will unfold when the SC is asking me some question, the bigger portion.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have you found your, Mr. Magagula does have the new pages 248.1, the loose pages that you provided during lunch, yes. You had indicated that you then, still at 61, you sent the CCTV footage to the forensic laboratory.
Yes.
Please have regard to page 248.1, the loose pages you just received, to 248.2, and tell the commissioners what that document is.
This document is covering minutes about the summary of the incident, which I summarize and take the video footage to forensic to compile a forensic album.
And I see at
Sorry, isn't there discrepancy here? I thought the number was 14 million rands.
the witness has it as 14.9 million, yes.
No, it says on page 248.1, 14,000 rands.
Oh, on this, the document referring
The one you just gave us now, 248.1. at paragraph 1.
Yes, the commissioner is correct. It estimates the value at 14,000 rands in this document. Mr. Magagula, you understand? Look at this document. You see the second paragraph, the first is just a one-liner. See the paragraph that starts with the words, "It is alleged by the complainant."
Yes.
On the third line, and this document seems to have been generated by you, if you look at page 248.2,
Yes.
you state that the complainant says they seized his legal precious stones worth at the estimated value of 14,000 rand. You see that?
14,000 rands.
You see
Yeah,
what you
I
have
see
here.
it,
Now, if you go to your statement at paragraph 59, you provide an estimated value of 14,926,412 rands. Do you see that?
Yes.
The Commissioner Kumalo would like to understand, can you explain the discrepancy between the two figures?
Yes, I see this discrepancy. This it's a summary to the forensic for them to be able to know what was happening here. It is not the exact amount, it was estimation.
But do you acknowledge that there must be an error between the two figures, the one in the letter and the one in your statement? Which is the wrong figure?
14 million, Mr. Magagula, and 14 million rand and 14,000 rand.
Yes, it was an error. It was an error.
Which one is the error?
The error is in the letter.
In the letter.
In the letter.
And perhaps it might assist if we go to page 311 of the same file, 311. That is the statement of the complainant. And if one has regard to paragraph 4 of that statement by the complainant, it states, I quote, "I previously stated that the value of the semi-precious sugarlite stones stolen from me are in the amount of approximately 14 million rand. I enclose herewith an invoice indicating the value of same marked PP1. Do you see that?
Yes.
So we accept from the complainant's version that the value is 14.9 million. Is that so?
Yes.
And that is, it's from the complainant's version that you obtained the value of the stones. You didn't undertake an exercise to evaluate them, did you?
He provided with invoice
So it's from the version of the,
of the victim.
that's the only basis that you say it's 14 million. So you
Yes.
accept it. Thank you. So then if we go back to our page 248.1, the loose pages, you say there that you were forwarding to the laboratory at paragraph 3, kindly receive the following for analysis: 2x2 memory stick containing video footage of the incident, and then you provide the serial number. Then it states the video footage shows the incident that we are discussing. Correct?
Yes.
Where did you obtain this video footage from?
The video footage, if I may go to...
This is not IPID footage, is it? At least let's start there.
Yeah, the footage, I obtained it from Cap Security.
And who is Cap Security?
It's a security company based in Johannesburg, managing the area where the complainant resides. It is their video footage, not the complainant video footage.
Yes. And case docket so that the senior public prosecutor can make an informed decision regarding this incident. Overleaf, you then give details of this case. One, the photographs of the VW Golf and its occupants in and out of the house. Two, the police officer talking to somebody in a car on the street. Three, photos of the victim and precious stones. And the numbered points you say are very important to the case. So that was your instruction.
Yes.
Did the laboratory provide you with such photographs?
Yes, they did provide me with such photograph.
I am going to refer us to page 254 of that same annexure in the file. And at 255 and following are pictures showing part of the streets and the parking area. Can you confirm what place this is? What are we looking at on the screen?
This is the place of residence of the victim and the street thereof.
And if you go to your paragraph 65, you state that Constable Mackenzie, one of the implicated police, filed a further statement on 15 January 2026 confirming the presence of Brigadier Mkhwanazi at the scene. The statement is part of the docket. Right? Were you able to determine where in these pictures you say Brigadier Mkhwanazi was, whose presence was confirmed by Constable Mackenzie?
In this picture, I cannot see. There was an interesting car which, upon receiving the photo album, I was interested in. It is not this picture.
Okay, we'll scroll. This appears to be the gate to what looks like a complex. We'll scroll to the next and the next. Then a series of photographs depicting the street.
Yes, these two vehicles.
Yes.
Is very, very important that are shown. The one with the one that is pointed with red, it's a Metro Police vehicle.
By Metro Police, you mean EMPD?
EMPD.
Oh, yes. Please continue.
The first one there is the one which I'm interested in for certain reason.
Okay, let's go to the next picture. There are two pictures here.
Is Adrian Norman Mackenzie there?
And he seems to be standing next to the car you said was the second car.
Yes.
In the previous picture. We'll scroll forward.
Now, this is the first car that I was interested in when I received the photo album, because that is not the vehicle that Mackenzie is using. And Mackenzie in this photo album is seen standing next to the driver's door of that vehicle. So my suspicion on that, it was that this precious stone that we are talking about, Mackenzie would have been giving that man the stones.
And I think it's a close-up picture of what we have seen, Mackenzie next to that car you say you're interested in.
Yes, so now you can see there was an individual inside because he is talking, he's leaning towards that vehicle.
Yes. And if we continue,
So this photo,
make your point, please go ahead.
this photo album is the one that interested to confront Mackenzie again to tell me exactly who is that person was inside the vehicle. So upon interviewing him, giving him an opportunity, because and the person who was inside the vehicle is Julius Mkwanasi.
And then if you can go back to the loose pages that we handed in after lunch. You remember we looked at your request to the forensic laboratory we have marked 248.1. Then we have another docket at Act 1. Then we have another docket another document at 248.3. You see that? Do you see the document I'm referring to?
2.4?
248.3, at the top there, it's handwritten.
Yes.
What is that document? It's dated the 27th of August, 2025.
Okay. This was the results from forensic laboratory. This is covering minutes, giving me the results accompanying the photo album that they have compiled.
I note at item 2 of that page, it states a 212 statement and a photo album are attached as requested.
Yes.
You confirm. What we have on the screen, is that part of the photo album you received from the forensic laboratory?
Yes.
And if we stay on that and you go to the next page of the papers you were holding right now,
Yeah.
it should be paginated 248.4 at the top right corner.
Yes, I have it.
I see it is dated 15 July 2026.
It's January.
15 January 2026. I'm 5 months ahead. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirmed.
As a brief one, are you able to read into the record?
Yes.
Firstly, let's identify what this document is, and then you can read it into the record.
This is the additional statement of Norman Adrian Mackenzie regarding the photo album shown to him by me.
Now, can you read? It's got 4 paragraphs. Are you able to read them into the record?
Yes. On the 13th January 2026, Assistant Director Thulani Magagula from IPID presented me with a photo album of the case in Hillbrow for me to give a small description of what was going on. I went to a white motor vehicle that was occupied by 2 black males that came to the scene to check on us on the day in question. The driver was Director Julius Mkwanasi, who is in the Ekurhuleni Metro Department and was also with a black male dressed in traffic uniform with a lot of ranks on his shoulders.
Have you been able to identify who this quote unquote black male dressed in traffic uniform with a lot of ranks on his shoulders? Have you been able to identify him yet?
No.
Okay. Now,
I'm sorry, Mr. After this statement, did you go back to Julius Mkwanasi and obtain his statement to confirm his presence?
Yes, I did called him, informing him that that now I need a warning statement from him because the table has changed. It is no longer the 3 sentence of duty on, duty off. Now it is part of the suspect, so I must get a warning statement and warn him in terms of Section 35 of the Constitution. At the time when I called him, he informed me it was towards the weekend that he need to consult his legal practitioner. He will come back to me. And indeed, at a later stage, he came back to me because I keep on calling him that it is important. I need this statement. It's crucial. At any given time, he can call me if he's available. I can drive wherever he is to go and obtain that statement. Unfortunately, he didn't tell me when he's free, but he wrote a statement, a small statement as usually, but the statement contained grammar errors. So on its way, it lost its meaning. And basically, that statement, I was not going to accept it because I must see him personally in order for him to sign my warning statement in terms of Section 35 of the Constitution. So it is not a question, even if you wrote a book and then you send it, the requirement is that he must sign. I must see him personally and I must inform him about his constitutional rights.
Thank you, Commissioner Kumalo. Please have regard to your paragraph 66 in your statement now. Your statement, page 16, paragraph 66.
Page?
Maybe before you do that, Ms.
Yes.
Yellow, there's a reference to Rosebank SAPS at paragraph 63.
I was turning to that point.
Is that where
now,
you're going?
yes.
Okay.
We'll get back, we'll come back, where Commissioner Baloyi was asking about reference to Rosebank. We will get to that in a moment. I was referring you to your paragraph 66 and to ask you to confirm that the response you just gave to Commissioner Kumalo regarding what steps you have taken against General Brigadier Mkwanazi since obtaining the second statement from McKinsey, the one we've just read into the record, that you have set out your explanation at paragraph 66. Please look at it. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirm.
Okay. I see there is an error in the date there. It has to be because at line 3 it says you contacted Brigadier Mkwanazi, who said he wants to confer with his lawyer. This after Brigadier Mkwanazi had submitted a statement on 5th February 2025, which I rejected. The year is wrong.
Yes, the year is wrong.
That was really my question.
2020 members, because his involvement
Yes.
was unknown at that stage.
Okay. I was going to then ask us to turn to the various statements that you have on file, and in the course of doing so, we will answer Commissioner Baloyi's question. At paragraph 63 of your statement, page 15, paragraph 63 of your statement, page 15, you note it is proven that they, being the EMPD officers, abused their powers by operating outside their jurisdiction, i.e. Ikuruleni, and misled the Rosebank SAPS about the basis of conducting operations within Johannesburg. You see that?
Yes.
You have a series of statements. In particular, I would like us to start in annexure TLM 3 from page 273. At 273, if you can confirm, this is the warning statement. And Mackenzie, the actual statement starts at 277.
Yes, I
You
see
confirm?
it.
And you obtained, according to this document, this statement, if it is dated, do you have a date for when you obtained the statement?
From Mackenzie, yes. I
Mackenzie.
will. 2 May 2023.
And that is at page 280.
Yes,
I see
280.
it is certified on the 2nd of May by you, 2023.
Yes.
Before we get to the statement of Mackenzie, I would like us to go to the other statement, the next statement at 281, and that is the statement of Keshali Stalls.
Yes.
I would like us to start with the statement of Ms. Stalls.
Yes.
I would like us to start with the statement of Ms. Stalls because it sounds like, as we shall see from the statements, that she's the initiator of this operation insofar as Mr. Mackenzie is concerned.
Yes.
Is that your understanding as well? And Ms. Stalls' statement is at page 296.
Yes.
Correct. And I will just quickly note, at paragraph, she introduces her name and confirms that she's a white female employed by EMPD as a constable, and then states that she wishes to state as follows in English. In February 2023, I was on duty and in full uniform when I received a call from Mozo, a JMPD member who requested assistance in the recovery of lithium rocks that were suspected to being sold illegally by a suspect in Rosebank area. So, next paragraph, we went to Rosebank subs and informed them that we would be working in the area. We then went to the address of the person who was illegally dealing in lithium. Let me just go back to the first paragraph I read, where Ms. Stoll says she received a call from Mozo, a JMPD member who requested assistance. Have you been able to locate this JMPD member called Mozo?
In terms of the police, we have rank, we have surnames. So Stolz is giving me Mozo. I do not know the rank. I do not know if how many Mozos are there. So I believe it was she was sending me from pillar to post. She is the one who was working with that person. So she has to have full details of such person. So I do not know if this person exists or not there in Johannesburg.
And you stated in your statement that insofar as Mackenzie and Stolz were operating in Rosebank, it was outside their jurisdiction.
Yes.
Under what circumstances could they operate in Rosebank, to your knowledge?
To my knowledge, they can operate in Johannesburg if they are invited officially in Johannesburg with accountability. For instance, if they are invited by Johannesburg, they will be led by the people of Johannesburg, not them leading themselves.
So then at paragraph 3 of that statement, when he says we, it's not clear who the we is, went to Rosebank subs and informed them that would be working in the area. From what you are saying, JMPD wouldn't have to do that because Rosebank is within JMPD jurisdiction. Am I correct?
Yeah, you are correct. If it was an official duties, indeed, they would have reported to JMPD. They don't need to report there at Rosebank, and then they are working under the leadership of Johannesburg. Accountability will go to Johannesburg, that were with the members of EMPD.
And if we go then back, you remember we started with a second statement. The first statement starting at 273 is said to be the statement of Norman Mackenzie. The actual warning statement starts at 277. And are you at 277?
Yes, I'm there now.
That is the statement of Adrian Mackenzie. He says, I, Adrian Norman Mackenzie, employed at Ekurhuleni as a Metro Police officer, state the following. And at paragraph 2, and I quote, on the day in question, I was on duty in full uniform and equipment when Constable Stolz told me she got a call from a JMPD member who needed assistance with recovery of stones in Rosebank. 3, we went to SAPS in Rosebank to make a OB entry that we will work in the area, and we went to the suspect area in Rosebank. You confirm that?
Yes, I confirmed that.
And lastly then, if we go to page 299, and at 299 is a statement as well dated the 25th of May 2023 by a Mr. Malautsi, who states, I'm an adult male and provides a service number, holding the rank of warrant officer, working at number 15 Study Avenue, Rosebank, SAPS. On Saturday, 2023-02-11, at about 5:45 a.m., I reported on duty at CSC as a relief commander. Around 8:50 a.m. the same day, members of EMPD came to CSC and report on duty. They were wearing full uniform. It was a female and a male members. Their names are Constables Stolz and Constable Mackenzie. Then he indicates who they spoke to directly, Sergeant Mohali. At paragraph 3, he continues, they said they are reporting on duty for tracing suspect of business robbery that took place in Niger, and they will be doing investigations around Rosebank area. You see that?
Yes, I see.
According then to Warrant Officer Malauti of Rosebank, when the two, as Mackenzie states, went to make the OB entry, they indicated that they were reporting for duty tracing suspects in connection with a robbery that took place in Niger. But on Ms. Stoll's version, they were invited by the JMPD regarding illegal lithium trading in Rosebank. Is that how you understand the documents as well?
Yes, it's where they have problems.
What problems? Are you able to say more about the problems?
Acacia and company.
Yes. What problems do you suggest they have?
They misled Warrant Officer Mlauzi that they are there to trace a suspect of business robbery in Niger, and they are doing investigation. To start with, they have no function of investigation.
And continue, please continue.
And there is no case to prove that they were doing legal duties of a case of Niger. They have not told him about a case. That case is non-existent.
And then lastly, at page 292, it's an undated statement signed at the bottom against the name Etienne van der Walt.
It's 2?
298.
Yes, I got it.
And on this document, this statement, it doesn't have a warning statement formal sheet in the docket. Did you obtain this statement from Mr. van der Walt yourself?
Yes, I obtained the statement of van der Walt.
I see it is undated. Do you have a recollection of when you'd have obtained it? Is it around the same time you obtained from Ms. Stolz and Mr. Mackenzie, or later?
It was after Mackenzie and Stolz, and the reason for not obtaining the warning statement as required, it is because Mr. Etienne van der Walt refused and said, I'm not a suspect. I'm gonna I said, no, as per requirement, I tried to explain his right. He refused. So, as a suspect, I have given him the opportunity to write whatever he want to write in that statement, and he wrote what is contained in this.
Okay. Mr. Van der Walt states, I, Etienne Van der Walt, a white male, hereby wish to provide the following statement. On the date in question, February 2023, I, as with Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie, or I think I was with Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie, as we were going to go do patrols for truck that had been stolen or used in theft trailers. Do you see what I'm reading?
Yeah.
Second paragraph. He continues, we were en route to our first truck stop when Constable Stolz received a call. Constable Stolz informed me that a JMPD officer had requested assistance in Rosebank, and I asked if I could accompany them quickly, and then we would continue to do the patrols of the truck stops when we were done. We met, next paragraph, we met with the JMPD officer who informed Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie of the help she needed. So, was it your understanding that the JMPD member was a female? Because that's what this would suggest.
Yes.
Okay. We then proceeded to Rosebank Subs, where I stayed in the vehicle. I take it that's when they went to register in their presence in the OB register, perhaps?
Yes.
If we can skip the next paragraph. The one after states, I stayed in the lounge area, this is after entering the victim's premises, talking to the girlfriend of the white male. By then they had entered the flat. And if we skip that, to the next paragraph, he states, Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie came into the lounge after putting brown boxes on the floor in the entrance hall. And if we then go to the next, second line, we met with the JMPD after, and Constable Stolz and Constable Mackenzie handed the JMPD officer the sub-seizure form and rocks. We then left to follow up on the information in Bredel. You see that?
Yes, I see.
So from Mr. Van der Walt's statement, it would appear that Constable Mackenzie handed the rocks over to a JMPD officer, wherever that person was.
Yes.
And your testimony is that those rocks, as Mackenzie has confirmed, were handed over to the person in the white vehicle on the street.
He never confirmed that. He confirmed that in the latest statement, the additional statement.
Yes.
He identified a person. Those people were inside the white vehicle. He never spoke about the rocks.
So he still maintains that the rocks was given to the JMPD officer?
No. I don't believe their version.
No, only his version. I'm happy to go with his version. What's his version? What happened? What became of the rocks, according to Constable Mackenzie?
According to Constable Mackenzie's statement, is that they given the JMPD.
This still the unidentified JMPD member?
Yes, unidentified.
To check with Commissioner Baloy, I don't know if that answers your Rosebank question.
Yes, it does, Mr. It does.
In the CCTV footage that you have viewed, do you see any JMPD vehicles or any JMPD officers?
No.
And I see that we did discuss this, that now you are waiting to obtain a warning statement from Brigadier Mkonazi. What's the next step thereafter?
After obtaining a Brigadier Zilas Mkonazi's statement, depending on what he's going to say, if Indeed, I don't believe that there was a Gauteng traffic with a lot of ranks. But if indeed he write that he was with his friend, I will ask the rank. He will know better because Mackenzie doesn't know those rank. He's the one who will know it is his counterpart. He will tell me that I was with this person. So it means that the same person I must obtain his warning statement is also part of that illegal operation. And then after that, I take the docket to the Director of Public Prosecution for decision. And then if they say Chaile, and then I go and arrest them. It will depend on the decision of the public prosecutor. If they see that there is some work that I must do, I have to comply with what I have not yet, I didn't see they are looking at that Magagula, you have not yet finalized your matter. Please go and do 1, 2, 3, 4. But if the Director of Public Prosecution is satisfied, they will issue a directive. These people must be charged with these following counts. I will not predict, but it will be them who will decide.
And the commissioners are aware, and this they learned from Chief Mapieye when he testified, that on the 15th of August 2023, the complainant submitted a notice to Ekurhuleni, the city of Ekurhuleni municipality, of his intention to institute action against the municipality to recover the value of the stolen property. No, that what he terms to be stolen property. So that evidence is already before the commissioners, and the commissioners will recall that's when Chief Mapieye submitted JM 24. So is it fair to conclude that on the basis of that letter of demand, which is very detailed, that the EMPD has been appraised of this incident by its members?
Yes, EMPD was aware of this incident even before the
letter of demand?
The civil litigation. Why am I saying so? Commissioner Balui asked, it was Commissioner Kumalu asked, was the stone recovered? And then I said part of it. EMPD was aware a long time ago about this incident because after the arrest of these people on Benoni case 215, I went together with my members to search the vehicle of Adrian Norman Mackenzie. Upon searching that vehicle of Adrian Norman Mackenzie, we recovered some stones there inside. When we searched, I booked him out and came with him to the car so that I can search the vehicle in his presence. So when we found these stones, he was there standing, and I had to ask him, does this belong to you? He agreed that this belongs to me. He even added that during the night this stone is it's just for decoration whatsoever. Each and every item that we found there, I made him to account for it, and he signed the acknowledgement that this belongs to me, this belongs to me, this belongs to the municipality. Everything that belonged to municipality, it was given to municipality. So EMPD from that point, it was on March, I'm sure it was on the 10 or 11 or 13 March where they became aware of this incident. So there is no way that they only knew when the civil litigation came.
Sorry, I hear you say that you found the vehicle, you found the stones in his vehicles. But how does the EMPD become aware about these stones and therefore the incident itself? You're not, in your explanation, in your answer, you didn't explain how they became aware.
I made them aware on the same day because the vehicle belongs to EMPD and there were other properties that was inside the vehicle which belongs to EMPD.
Who in particular, and what form did the making aware take? Is there a record where the stones, where you inform EMPD in writing, whether it's a form or whatever form it takes, about these stones, that they are related to the incident in Rosebank? Is there that kind of detail when you inform them?
Okay. There is between my communication with Commissioner Spies, I inform him, and he also exchanged the same photos with me. I remember in our WhatsApp message, which will be before the commission, there is the photo of the stones. He himself sent me also the stone that I recovered. I do not remember at which stage did I send it to him and then he sent it back to me during that period, but it was after the search.
When you say you informed of it, and then you say yes, even before they got the letter of demand, they became aware of it. So I just want to clarify, did they become aware of this Rosebank theft case, as you have described it, as contained in the docket? Did they become aware of it? And I'm not saying did they become aware of the docket itself, but did EMPD become aware that its officers were involved in a bogus operation in Rosebank, where they took these jewels or these stones from there? And did that happen before they get the letter of demand, and were they informed by you?
Yes, Commissioner, I will try to answer like this. EMPD was aware from the word-go, even before the case was opened. The complainant himself went to complain to EMPD. EMPD, through email to them, they communicated with him. And if my memory serves me right, that email that they received from the complainant, even before the case was opened, it was sent to us. It is how we assisted the complainant to open the case. So they are the first people to know about their officers.
Thank you, Mr. Magagula.
Now, the rocks found in Mackenzie's vehicle, did they match the description of the rocks that were taken from the complainants?
Yes, they match. Even the Section 212 statement, the report, that is in the case, they match.
So you could establish from that at least if they did hand some of the rocks to a JMPD officer, they did not hand all of them to a JMPD officer.
Can you repeat the question?
So you say some of the rocks were found with Mackenzie, right?
Yes.
So we can assume from that if they did hand the rocks to a JMPD officer, they did not hand all of them because some of them were still with Mackenzie.
Yes.
Thank you, Commissioners. Mr. Magagula, you referenced communication you say you had in particular with Commissioner Spies. around this issue. In response, I think it was to Commissioner Baloi's question about how, on what basis you say EMPD had learned of the incident before the civil claim, the intention to institute civil claim was expressed. You remember?
Yes.
At your paragraph 86, you don't have to go there. You introduce two annexures, annexure TLM7 and annexure TLM8. And you say these are screenshots of your communication with Chief Mapieye and Commissioner Spies respectively.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if you can pull out the second file, the second big file, it's marked 3 of 3 on the spine. And I want to take you to annexure TLM8, which you say are screen grabs of your communication over an extended period, not on this matter, with Commissioner Spies, starting at page 581.
Five, eight, one.
81. Project and scroll. If I then ask you to turn to page 588, no, 586, let's start there. There seems to be perhaps a video clip, but then because this is a screen grab, we don't see that. Then there's a message there talking about, I think it's a number for Warrant Officer Ben of SAPS. If you go over leaf, and that also, there are two pictures there, or judging by the fact that the first has got a timestamp of 12:08, that might be a video. But if we skip that part and go to page 590, the same picture, the same two are found at 590. Okay, you can switch off. And go to 590. Now, I look at the communication below. It would appear a message forwarded. I'm not sure whether it is to you or to Commissioner Spies. Good morning, Commissioner. And below that is another forwarded message, the staff from Mackenzie Car. And then a last one says, must we bring to your office or Mr. Erasmus? This seems to be shared with you with what appears to be an evidence bag or a plastic bag containing some stones. Do you see that?
Yes.
And then it continues and says, no, bring to anyone H, start with car and protect it as is. IPID will contact you and bring their forensics with. The next message there at the bottom reads, Mackenzie's patrol vehicle was booked in for repairs and maintenance. He stated on Friday that he left his official Tetra radio in the car's cabby home. I instructed, I think 589 and 590 are in the wrong order. I instructed, go back to 589, his supervisor to fetch the radio. They just sent me the above, which are all inside his vehicle. Can you please arrange forensics to urgently attend to it? As lots of this is similar as what was found in Kisha's car and could be part of the evidence of their crimes. So my question is, is that the communication you were referencing in response to the question by Commissioner Baloyi when you say senior personnel at EMPD were aware of this incident before the complaint was lodged by, the civil claim was lodged by the complainant? And in particular, you rely on your communication with Commissioner Spies in this regard. Is this part of the...
Yes.
And I see that communication, according to TLM 8, is from the period of 13 March 2023 at page 588 up to page 595, if I'm correct, or if not beyond, of the 14th of March 2023. Some of these messages appear to be repeats. I guess it's a question of a choice of at what point you take the screen grab.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
So in summary then, you say to the commission that the senior police officers at EMPD became aware as early as March 2023 of this incident of precious stones.
Yes.
And they knew that it involved Kishali Stalls and Mackenzie.
Yes.
And if you don't have it before you, at least we know in terms of JM 34 from Chief Matbieya's evidence that at least EMPD was informed in August of 2023 of this incident. And commissioners, just to note, specifically at page 114 of Matbieya annexures, JM 34, the letter from the complainant's attorneys reads as follows. Item 3 at page 114, our client instructs us as follows. On or about 11 February 2023, 3 individuals, 2 of them in Ikuruleni Metropolitan Police Department EMPD uniform, arrived at the residence of our client in Killarney, Johannesburg. Our client later learned that the 2 EMPD members are Constable Keshali Stalls and Constable Mackenzie. We enclose here with pictures of the aforementioned EMPD members at our client's residence, which pictures were taken by our client's flatmate on 11 February 2023, and same is marked and attached here to as annexure LOD1. Those were the black and white pictures we couldn't make sense of until we looked at the pictures provided by Investigator Magagula today. So, best case scenario, EMPD was fully informed by March 23. Worst case scenario, by August 2023, they were aware.
Yes.
Is that your case?
Yes.
Do you still intend then to file a negative report in respect of these 2 officers, one of whom, of course, we now learn is no longer an officer because she has resigned or retired?
Yes, we are still going to file the report. Immediately after obtaining the honest statement of Brigadier Julius Mkwanaze, I filed both reports, DPP and EMPD, because my investigation will be finalized.
And what would be your response if you were to learn that the EMPD has taken no steps against any of the implicated officers on the basis that they are awaiting an IPID report?
I will not be surprised, even if we have filed the report in time. The file will gather dust in their office until we win our case criminally. And then they will take glory that they have successfully completed, while it is because of IPID criminal investigation. As I said earlier, majority of those departmental that were successful, it was not due to their departmental step that they have taken. They are dependent on the criminal outcome.
Thank you. Commissioners, unless there are further questions, I think this is as far as we take this particular case.
Can I? Yeah. Ms. Silo, the references that you've made to these screen grabs or these WhatsApp messages. That
Yes, Commissioner.
that you say are evidence of EMPD, at least space, being informed about this Rosebank incident. I'm not sure it does that, Mr. Magagula.
Commissioner, if I may, perhaps I misspoke. It wasn't so much that it's evidence of, EMPD having full knowledge. Mr. Magagula had referenced telephonic communication and WhatsApp messages with senior members of EMPD regarding the searching of Mackenzie's vehicle, where he says he recovered some of these stones. It's in that context I then referred him to TLM 12.
Okay.
So I wouldn't want him to think that I said he claimed that is conclusive evidence.
Yes,
Thank
okay.
you,
So
ma'am.
you were not saying that this is evidence that the MPD became aware
Indeed.
of the
Yes.
Rosebank incident?
Yes, I referred him to that based on his allegation that he was in contact, and in particular in regard to the search of Mackenzie's vehicle,
Yes, I
from
understand.
which they recovered these items.
I understand that. I had want to say, actually, it seems that you do have other better pages that may well have been an indicator of this communication. If you look at 616, for example, there are references to Kilani, and Kilani is a suburb, not a police station area. So it sort of suggests that some communication, but I think this is in July, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's in April. But I'm not taking it any further.
I would think that perhaps it might be appropriate to do so because I think it buttresses what Mr. Magagula says. When one looks at these messages as Mr. Magagula provided them after taking screen grabs, they are not necessarily in the right order. You can tell from the date or the start or end of one message. So if 616, I think, supports his version, it would only be fair to draw that to his attention and place it on record.
Yeah.
Mr. Magagula, Commissioner Baloyi is talking about other messages that perhaps speak to the fact that EMPD members, and in particular in this instance, Commissioner Spies, because this is your communication with Commissioner Spies, became aware of this matter as early as perhaps July or so 2023. And in this regard, I would like to refer you to page 616 of that file we're looking at, which are the screen grabs of your communication with Commissioner Spies. Do you see that?
Yes.
And so if you're at 616, then please listen to Commissioner Baloyi.
No, all I was saying, Mr. Magagula, is that my initial concern to your discussion with Ms. Selo was that you were referring to those stones, to those WhatsApp messages which show stones as part of evidence that Ekurhuleni became aware, EMPD became aware of the Rosebank incident itself. And I thought if you actually look at other pages, there seems to have been better evidence that you were speaking to Commissioner Spies about this Kilani incident. That's all I wanted to point out.
Yes, Kilani is the resident of the victim.
Yes. All right. I have a different question, though. You say you are still going to be filing a recommendation. You say you're still going to submit a report and recommendation. This incident is in 2023.
Yes.
You become aware of it in 2023, I think about March or thereabouts.
Yes.
You have statements from the complainant, and I think a statement from Stolz, Eli, early on. We are in 2026. How is it, what is the explanation that, I know that you got another statement from Stolz, Mackenzie, in January 26. You're still going to be getting a statement from Brigadier Mkhwanazi. But with what you've got in a complainant's statement, what is the explanation that it has taken so long to get you to the point where you are able to, or you should be able to make a recommendation to the municipality?
The recommendation is made after the completion of the case itself. Both DPP and EMPD. I acknowledge the delay on the investigation part, but the report to EMPD, as I stated previously, it goes together, those ones.
And has this been to the prosecutor? Is it DPP or?
And not yet.
This docket, it hasn't?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you explain the delay? You say acknowledge the delay in the investigation. What are the reasons that there has been a delay in the investigation?
The delay on investigation is based on the fact of the 727 cases and all other activities that I was doing.
Yes. So it's the workload that you are carrying.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Mr. Magagula, then that concludes your testimony on the precious stones matter. If you could turn to page 16 of your statement. At page 16 from paragraph 68, you deal with what you term Boksburg North CAS 241/03/2024. Do you see that?
Yes.
Could you please take the commissioners through the detail of that case? And then we will talk about the status of that particular case. Thank you.
Boksburg North case 241 of 3/2024. This case involves alleged extortion by members of the EMPD of an amount of 120,000 from a foreigner who at the time was visiting South Africa. A copy of this docket is attached as Annexure TLM4.
Mr. Magagula, apologies. Let us locate TLM4 because we'll be making reference to it. That is now in the second file, big file, marked 3 of 3. The first document should be your Annexure TLM4. Have you located it?
Yes.
Okay, give Commissioner Khumalo a sec. Okay, we have all found our TLM4. Then you can take it from paragraph 69.
On 5 March 2024, at approximately 11:55, the complainant was stopped by members of the EMPD driving an unmarked BMW in Springfield Road, Boksburg, after he had exited a housing estate. The officer demanded that the complainant produce identification. The complainant provided his Congolese passport. The officers informed him that they intended to verify his passport at Boksburg Home Affairs. The officers accompanied the complainant to Home Affairs, where they presented his passport to an official while speaking amongst themselves in their native language. Upon returning, the officers informed the complainant that Home Affairs was closed. They then demanded to accompany to his residence. The complainant refused, but the officers forced him to his home and conducted a search of his residence without a warrant. The complainant alleges that these actions were unlawful, including the detention force. Let me read it again. The complainant alleges that these actions were unlawful, including the detention, force, accompaniment to his residence, and their warrantless search of his property.
Perhaps let me assist you. Your paragraph 71 reads, the complainant alleges that these actions were unlawful, including the detention, forced accompaniment to his residence, and the warrantless search of his property.
Yes.
Did I read it correctly? Yes?
On 23 October 2024, I received directives from the DPP concerning this matter, which I addressed and submitted a report to the DPP.
Okay, now you had referred us to TLM4, and I said it starts at page 361 of the second bundle of your annexures. Can you identify for the record the document that starts at 361? Why did I stand up? I apologize, it doesn't start at 351, that's where it starts.
Sorry?
It starts at 351, and I had wanted to refer you to page 361 and ask you to identify what that document is.
Yes. 361, I have a photo album.
And if we then go back, again, it appears like it's the problem of the order in which these are filed in the docket. That document, the page 361 appears like it ought to be followed by 357 to 360. That would appear to be the actual report from the forensic laboratory. At page 358, the captain who undertook this analysis, the analysis of this, the evidence, Captain Ndoi, at 358, he confirms that he received at item 3.1 an evidence bag with that seal number marked Boxback North, and it contained 14 GB USB, not marked with a serial number. And that he was requested to enhance the images on that USB and to create a photo album. At page 358, still paragraph 7, he then lists the pictures that he extracted from that B and enhanced. It's about 14 pictures, and he concludes by saying these images are contained in the photo album accompanying this affirmation. Do you see where I'm reading, Mr. Magagula?
Yes.
So the actual pictures then, because in fact, it would appear 361 is the page that is misfiled, because it's the start of that report. It starts at 362. Now, these are the pictures that Captain Doi returned to you in this matter after he had done his analysis. We're going to put up these pictures and you help us identify what's in them. This is the first picture. What are we looking at?
This is the vehicle of Metropolis identified by the victim in his statement that he was stopped by BMW.
It's the BMW that you state at paragraph 69 stopped the victim.
Yes.
Now, you say at approximately 11:55, that is during the day, just before midday,
Yes,
in Springfield Road in Boksburg.
yes.
We'll move to the next set of pictures.
I want to clarify something.
Yes, please do,
Mr.
by all means.
These pictures now are in the residence of the complainant. It's the estate now, not in the street. This video footage is in the estate.
Okay. The next page has got 4 pictures. It would appear it's still the same vehicle, that is...
This is the second vehicle of Metropolis.
Okay, the first vehicle, if we go a page back,
It's a
it's got
BMW.
registration, BMW FT, whatever, from the first picture,
Yes.
from the top picture.
Yeah, from the top picture is
Then
FT.
the next set of vehicles is a different picture. It looks like a VW with
Yes.
DX and the rest.
Yes.
Then we go to the next set of vehicle pictures. They appear 364. What are we looking at here? There are 2 pictures on this page.
They are entering now. Now it's inside the estate now.
They are now inside the estate.
Yes.
And then it's still part of the estate in the first picture.
Yes.
And this middle picture, which appears to be an enhancement of a part of the bottom picture, that red arrow indicates.
Yes.
What are we looking at there in the middle picture?
They are parking the vehicle now, the police vehicle.
They are parking,
Their vehicles, they are on their way to park there.
is this at the complainant's?
Yes, it
Residence?
is in the complainant estate.
Okay. The next page has got 4 pictures, and it would appear it's the same people, same pictures, but perhaps from slightly different angles. Is that correct?
Yes, these are the Metropolis officers who were inside those vehicles. They are out now.
And so is this next set of pictures. There seems to be a group of people in the top picture there, as enhanced from the second picture. Are you able to make out who those people are?
These are Metropolis officers. There are 6 of them. They were using the 2 vehicles, BMW and the VW.
Okay.
So in total, there are 6.
And then the last page has got 2 photographs. Can you talk us through these 2 photographs?
These photographs now, they are finished with what they were doing. They are going out with the victim inside their vehicle.
Okay, thank you. You then, at page 17, explain the current status of this matter from paragraph 73. From paragraph 73, your page 17.
Yes. The case was completed on the 26th September 2024 and recommendation to EMPD were sent and received on the 3rd October 2024. I attached marked TLM5 a copy of this report. Furthermore, the case was referred to the DPP on the 3rd October 2024 to decide on prosecution. The DPP issued directives on 23 October 2024, which I addressed and returned the docket to DPP. These are attached as Annexa TLM 5.1.
Okay. Now, before we go to the reports that you reference at 73, at paragraph 68 of your statement, page 16, you state that this matter involves extortion by EMPD members of an amount of 120,000 from a foreigner at the time visiting South Africa.
Yes.
If you go to page 384, sorry, I'm reading the wrong number, 355, the red one. 355
The
and
big one.
356 of the big file. The file that we've just been looking at, the photographs of the EMPD officers entering the estate where this foreigner was staying. If we go to 355 and 356.
Okay.
You've got two pictures there in the docket. There is this picture, and then over leaf at 356, there is this other picture, 356. What are these pictures? What can you tell the commissioners about, and why are they relevant for the docket?
This picture was taken by the victim before the arrival of the police. It is inside the bag. It is the money that was taken from him. So if you can start on the first photo.
Sorry, please say that again.
The first photo.
This-
Okay,
yeah.
this is the bag. And where there is money is the inside of the bag.
Okay. So this is the 120,000 you say was extorted from him,
Yes.
as you stated, your paragraph 68.
Yes.
Am I correct? Okay.
Yes.
So now we know from your paragraph 73, you say you attach TLM5, a copy of the recommendations to EMPD after you had completed the case on the 26th of September 2024. But I'm looking at your file, your TLM5, it's got something else.
512.
512, not 511. 511 is not part of TLM5. So that big file we're just looking at now with the money picture,
Yes. I
if you
must-
go to page 512, this, in my file, reads as EMPD memorandum addressed to the Chief of Metro Police, Ekurhuleni Metro Police,
It's 5-1.
512. The top right, red number.
Yes.
Yes.
I got it.
So I say this as the EMPD memorandum addressed to the Chief of Metro Police, Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department, and it's from IPID. And if you, the last page of that document is 516. Commissioners, if you could move that annexure numbering, the page that marks 5.1, it's supposed to come after 516. The EMPD report runs up to 516, and then annexure 5.1 starts thereafter. Please go to page 516.
Yes,
And I see that is it's got a conclusion, and it's signed by you and dated 26 September 2024.
yes.
And once again, it's supported by the provincial head of Gauteng, IPID. This, as Ms. Masuku explained to us yesterday, the top right corner at page, that stamp at page 512, that is confirmation of receipt of this report
Yes.
by the intended addressee. And I see the service was effected on the 3rd of October 2024. Can you just, the document itself, it invokes section 21(1)(g) of IPID Act. That's what you say is the classification of this matter.
Yes.
And you give the reference number, the box spec number, and you say it's a corruption case.
Yes.
Next to reference. And you state the offense is one of corruption. Then you list the members against whom you say a charge of corruption is preferable. Can you read those Can you inform the commissioners as to who those members are?
These members are members of EMPD who are suspect on this matter. MPO FI Shirinda, MPO JL Taba, MPO JG Yika, MPO CT Ngubeni. This is a female.
Okay.
Ngubeni. MPO K Seisa, MPO GR Neloheni. So the total is 6 members.
The 6 MPD, and these are all MPD members?
These are all 6 EMPD members. At the time, they were working under special service. That unit that falls under Brigadier Mkwanazi.
And if you go to page 513 of the same document, overleaf, the same names are repeated in the table under item 2.3. You see that?
Yes.
Now you list them at 2.3, and then there's a ref. Can you read the statement below that table where you say all these members are?
Analysis or on
No,
513?
2.3 at page 513.
Please find attached the original contents of the docket, case docket CCN 2024 containing the following information.
And then you list all the very members whose detail you just read out,
Yes,
together with their personal numbers.
yes.
And then below that, there is an entry. Please read that into the record.
Please find attached copies of the content of IPID case docket.
No, before that, just immediately
Oh,
under
yes,
the table. You say these, you are talking about these members.
Okay, yeah, I see, I jumped.
Yes.
Let me start there. Please find attached the original contents of IPID, a case docket CCN 2024 containing the following information members mentioned attached to the drug unit, Ekurhuleni Metropolitan Police Department. This drug unit fall in that specialized unit.
The specialized unit that you say is overseen by Brigadier Mkwanazi.
Yes.
Okay. So then we've taken care of referral to EMPD
Yes.
in this matter.
Yes.
Do you know what became of this, if anything?
Departmental.
Yes.
Departmentally, I can say they have opened the DR, the
No, we don't know what a DR is.
disciplinary hearing.
Okay.
They have opened it, and I can say nothing has been done, even though they have received it. The only thing that they are crying for now, which when Mrs. Mutsipe comes here, she will still deny. I have communication. They are not proceeding because they do not have a video footage. They are looking for video footage. So they brought a video footage. They brought a stick to me. So I told them that, okay, I'm waiting for my IT, our lady who is assisting us in Gauteng. She's based in Pretoria National Office, so sometimes she comes to Johannesburg. So I told Binel Mutsepe that as soon as she comes to Johannesburg, I will ask her to download that video footage for you. But I further advise her that I have the photo album. I can provide you with this photo album. But you must know the purpose of the video footage. The video footage is not to see someone stealing. The video footage was for the purpose of seeing these people in the residence of the victim, not to see the people stealing 120,000. So when you ask something, you must know the objective of it. What do you want for that? So if you do not know what we are looking for, which means you don't know what we are doing.
Thank you. Staying then with your paragraph 73, we have dealt with annexure TLM5, which is your EMPD referral report, correct?
Yeah.
You introduce another document there, you've marked TLM 5.1, and you say the DPP issued directives on 23rd October 2024, which I addressed and returned the docket to the DPP. These are attached as annexure TLM 5.1. Annexure TLM 5.1 starts at page 517 of the big file. Are those the directives you say you received from the DPP regarding this matter?
Yes, I see.
And this is dated 23/10/2024 at page 518. And if we go back to 517, it lists about 10 things that must be done in this matter. And the DPP says the following outstanding investigations must be completed, namely obtain the AVL records of the state vehicles involved, which members took the money and placed it inside a bag, and in which vehicle did they leave the scene, which members told him they need to share the money and took it. An identity parade must be held in order for A1 to point out the members involved. A2 must be accompanied by an affidavit from car track, in brackets, person who gave A2. And lastly, A17 must be accompanied by opening and closing bank statements from FNB. A Section 205 subpoena must be issued in this regard. Then it continues at item 2, the police docket, Boksburg North Cast 241/03/2024, are hereby returned and must be resubmitted on or before the 25th November 2025 with finalized investigation. Do you see that?
Yes.
And these directives are directed to the Deputy Provincial Head, Gauteng IPID, for the attention of Mr. Budu and yourself.
Yes.
You received these directives, and with the 10 items that you must attend to as instructed by the DPP, were you able to address all these concerns by the DPP?
Yes, this was an early directive from DPP. I already dealt with this, all of this, so it is finalized, and the advocate has issued the final directives that these members must be prosecuted for robbery with aggravating circumstances, and I already, J50 must be applied. I already applied for J50, I already arrested them. So currently the status of this case is trial.
And you deal with that at paragraph 74 of your statement, perhaps. Then if you could just read that, and that completes your work on this matter. At page 17 of your statement, paragraph 74, you have a little paragraph there headed criminal referral.
Yes.
Please read that.
The DPP took a decision that the members must be arrested and charged for robbery with aggravating circumstances. All of these members have been arrested and charged, and their criminal case is with the Boksburg Magistrate Court, and the matter is currently on the court roll, reminded to the 23 February 2026, which is this month. Must I continue?
Please continue, conclude that, yes.
Departmental recommendation. The outcome of the disciplinary recommendation is still awaited.
So you will recall that you were invited to comment on these cases specifically,
yeah,
because the Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies had been concerned that IPID is either deliberately not investigating these matters or dragging its feet. Do you have a comment now that you have accounted for this matter and you have given, it would appear that, at least from my perspective, you have done everything that is required by law for you to do?
Yeah, it can't be true that I deliberately frustrated these matters, because you can see from my evidence that my goal was to get justice by obtaining each and every exhibit which will assist this investigation so that our victims can get justice. So it was not a rush job in order to impress someone to arrest people willy-nilly without doing proper job. So the aim of the department is not to please the media, is to seek for justice, even if it takes longer, but the aim is to get justice. So I have no, with all these members that we dealt with, I have no relationship with them, and some of them, they hate me. If you can put me with the devil here, they will rather choose the devil than me.
Okay. Thank you. You did indicate at the start of your... yes.
Before that, Mr. Law, I didn't realize that you have moved from this document. You say that when Ms. Motsipe comes here, you expect that she will say that she's still waiting for the audio visuals.
For this matter, which she will say that she's waiting for the video footage from me.
Yeah. It can be, though, that she's waiting for that, because when you look at the statements, and here I'm looking at a statement that starts at page 475. And I guess this is something, firstly, let me ask this, that this docket was given to EMPD, the statements that are in this document?
Yes.
Okay. And who in particular do you address these things to?
This was given...
When you do the report and you give them to EMPD, who would you have addressed it to?
This was, I will say, the person who received it, because there is a signature of her. This document was received by Binel Mutsip.
Okay.
But it is addressed to that department, which is headed by Yeni Erasmus.
I mean, I think what I want to point out, and I guess she will, if she comes here, she would have to explain. Randomly at 475, you have a statement that starts there of Ngubeni, Constable Ngubeni, and from page 6, no, in fact, from paragraph rather, not page 6, at paragraph 5 on page 477, she does speak to, they arrived at that security complex, at that complex, residential complex, with the complainant. She does describe that. And then when you, so on her version, on one of the suspects' version at least, there is a concession that they did go to the complex with the suspect. And when you go to the next page, at paragraph 6, and I'm doing this just not to waste time, I'm skipping around, Ngubeni speaks about the African male then opened the door and welcomed us inside. Now they are at the residence, at the house itself. So there is evidence in your docket that you gave to EMPD that these people did drive to the residential property, and in fact they got inside the property. So it can be that the lack of a video evidence from you is the reason that they haven't instituted any discipline. They are not running the disciplinary hearing. It can be she has to come and give us a different answer.
Yeah, she's listening, but I place it on record. Since January, she was insisting, following me for the video footage. And this incident also, EMPD was aware from the onset, even the time this docket was with the SAPS in the initial stage, this docket was investigated by Chabalala. It's a female officer. Chabalala stated to me that I gave them the statement of the complainant. I made them to watch the video footage. It was Ayanda and Binel. This is not me, it is the police officer from Boxburg. But when they come here, they will deny all that they knew.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Mr. Magagula, we are now at your paragraph 76. We are page 18 of your statement. Just perhaps before you deal with that, Commissioners, from page 18, paragraphs 76 to 78 speak to those problematic cases that Mr. Gefelakai testified about, the Mayerton case of 72/8/2022, which was said that's not registered in the manner that Commissioner Spies has described it. At 79, it deals with the Springs Cobalt and Brakpan copper matters. Without necessarily reading these, because into the record, what you have here, as regards the Mayerton case, Mr. Kefalakai has informed the commissioners that they are trying to investigate circumstances around this case and that they will revert. Is there anything you are able to add to that regarding this Mayerton case? What have you been able to establish about it in the interim?
In Mayerton case, so far, now, currently, we have the telephone number of the alleged victim, Uomvelem. We will pursue, we will phone him, we will visit him in his address and ask if he knows anything about this. If he's willing to open a case, we will assist him in opening a case and establish if there is police involvement. But according to the video, there is police involvement, which means it will be our case. And if it is our case, again, even though it's Mayerton, it will be fruitful for the team of Egorulane because it is ours. We will make case intake in the office with other supervisors. So if we see this suspect are overlapping in one area, it will be prudent, for instance, to give the matter to Nomsamasuku, who has engaged with this suspect. He knows the modus operandi. I was just giving an example that we will be flexible on how to deal with this matter if it is open.
Mr. Magagula, my criticism of your statement, paragraph 77, is that you note from your cell phone that Spies sent you the clip on 6 March 2023. And we are now in 2026, and only now is IPID telling us that they will open a case because it falls within their jurisdiction and they will take it forward. And the reason why I'm criticizing you is we know that the witness who provided this clip has since been killed. And I was a bit unhappy about somebody saying the video clip could not be opened, because if you know who it comes from, then surely you must go back to the person who gave you the clip and say, I cannot open it for whatever reason. But it doesn't explain why it took 3 years for IPID to say, we will contact the victim, because he's not the complainant at this stage, the victim of the crime.
The time Commissioner Spies sent me the video footage, I asked him about the full. Commissioner Spies is a police officer. I asked him about the telephone number and case number. He could not provide such. And Commissioner Spies he was in better position than me because the information is given to him by someone who trusts him and not me. And if he got that information from Yako Hanegom was not going to trust me or to talk to me because he was our suspect in the Blackburn murder case. So Commissioner Spies was better placed to source that information, to assist me, even like civilians, South Africa, when they report, because our phone now, our phones are known to them. When they report, they give us a lead. 4 weeks back, a South African, a white male, sent me a complaint. It was about an African male whom police took 50,000. So it's a civilian. When he sent me that complaint, he sent me the victim's name and cell phone number. So it was easy for me. He didn't want me to ask him, hey, how did it happen? He said, telephone number, victim. I managed to speak to the victim, and he told me more information about that robbery which occurred in his house. So, Commissioner Spies, I don't want to criticize him or he passed the bulk with little information, and we are suffering with 727 cases. So he expect IPID to do everything for EMPD. So there is unfairness in that part of them.
Mr. Magagula, I suspect it's cold comfort for a member of the public who has been robbed by police officers to hear an explanation like this, that Spies expected me to do all the work. I think what is not understandable is that you got a clip, and you do say in your statement that the clip was without any details of the incident. But we've seen that clip. So we see Metro Police, we see people scaling over the fence who are wearing uniform, or looking over the fence who are wearing uniform, and we see them getting inside, and we see a vehicle going in. So we saw that this is supposed to be a police operation, an EMPD operation. And I would have expected that you would have called Commissioner Spies and say, get me more information on this. Because what you are recording in your statement suggests you, and that is what Mr. Kefelakai said yesterday, you got the clip, it had no context, you could not actually open all of it, and that was the end of it. And the statement, your statement in paragraph 77 conveys pretty much the same thing. You know, you say it was without any details, and then you say, I took it that there would be a case docket opened in one or other police station, and then such matter would be referred to IPID in writing. This has never happened. So you got the video and you did nothing. And I do accept criticism of Commissioner Spies that he didn't give you any useful information but for the clip. But you see this from Spies, with whom you're in touch about criminal conduct of EMPD officers. I don't understand, or it's difficult to understand, that you would not have called him and said, give me more information. Where do I find, what is this about? Where do I find this Umvelem? Now you know it's Umvelem, so at some point you asked. It's that which is difficult to understand how it came about.
I admit that I didn't put more information in my statement. With Commissioner Spies, I was communicating with him frequently, I did ask for that information because we were speaking. If you can see our communication, it goes a long way. Even if
About this case?
not
this
about
video.
not about this case only. It goes a long way with other cases. So during those communication, if to myself, when I asked him for more details and he didn't provide, I took it as if he doesn't have, and he did not make follow-up to me regardless of our communication after sending this video footage, because we had a lot of communication between me and him. If he had anything, he would have. Maybe if I'm wrong. He would have asked Magagula how far about the incident, because we kept on communicating for a longer period after the video clip.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. Before we leave this topic, I think it's necessary that we deal with your annexure TLM6, which you reference at paragraph 76. At 76, in regard to this Mayerton case, you recall that when Commissioner Spies testified, he named it, he said it was a Mayerton case, case number 72/8/2022. At paragraph 76, you state, as far as I'm aware, this case does not involve the video recordings shared by Commissioner Spies with the Commission. I've been able to obtain records of copper-related matters reported to and registered at Mayerton subs during the month of August 2022. I was able to locate 3 in total. I attached marked TLM6, the 3 crime summaries of these cases as recorded in the subs crime administration system. Now can we just quickly go to TLM6 to confirm your 3 cases that you say you were able to locate in Mayerton for crimes committed in the period of August 2022. And the August is because, if I understand, the middle number in that cast number indicates the month of the year.
Yes.
So your TLM6 starts at page 520. And
19.
or at 519. Thank you, commissioners. At 519, section starts with a cast number. We have 88/08/2022. The next one at 520, and the last is 129/08/2022. So we do not have the cast number as provided. You say the cast number as provided by Commissioner Spies, you could not locate in Mayerton. Then if we look quickly at page 519, the first case, the charge is tampering with infrastructure. The summary states that the complainant stated that on that date, at that time, she went to sleep, everything was in order, all the windows and doors were locked and closed. At about 5:30 the next morning when she woke up, she noticed that the power light was off. Then she went outside to recharge the electricity, and it is when she noticed that the copper cable was cut. Now, the facts of that case do not correlate with what Commissioner Spies testified to confirm. The next, at 520, that second case, once again, it's tampering with infrastructure, and this one, scene of crime says railway station, Mayerton, Transnet. We don't have to look at the facts of that case because of the scene of the crime. And the last, at 520, scene of the crime. And the last, at 521, is CAS 129/08/2022. It's theft general, and then in the summary it states the complainant was at his new house and found 2 unknown white males busy looting. He left them there and went to the scrapyard and found his properties to the amount of 35,000. So once again, the facts don't correspond with what Commissioner Spies understood the Mayerton case to involve. Nonetheless, Mr. Kifelakai has undertaken to the commissioners to come back on this matter formally and will file a supplementary. I just wanted to place your TLM 6 formally on record. Okay. From 79, you deal with the Springs, Cobalt, and Brakpan copper matters. I think emphasis there is at your page 8, is your paragraph 80. If you could just give a quick summary of what you were able to establish about these cases.
Officer Saki, there was no police involvement in this matter. The officer Saki could have reported, and therefore it does not. It does. So
You are quite right. It should read not.
Yeah, it must read. It does not fall in.
Unlike the matter of Mayerton, here just a narrative, are you able perhaps in time to provide either a statement from Warrant Officer Saki explaining, you call it the Cobalt, Springs, and I think, actually it's a measure of 2 cases. Are you able to obtain a statement, a full statement from Warrant Officer Saki around this issue?
Not yet.
Please think about the answer whilst we take a 5-minute adjournment. Let's adjourn.
Indeed, Chair. Thanks.
Now you may respond, Mr. Magagula.
Mr. Magagula, if you still, in case you don't remember the question, mine was to point out that at your paragraph 80 to 81, you just relate contact that was had with Warrant Officer Saki. You've got nothing official as regards what Warrant Officer Saki says about this or this matter or these matters, if it's one or two. My question to you was, will you endeavor to obtain a statement from Warrant Officer Saki about these matters for completeness sake and to file with the Commission?
Yes.
Okay. So I should pursue you for that statement, and with a supplementary statement, I'll file it on your behalf?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we can quickly move then to your next heading, starting at page 19. This chapter is called Lack of Feedback to EMPD. Basically, I think it's important to read paragraphs 83 and 84. Then we'll take it from there.
Chief Mapieye and Commissioner Spies complain of lack of feedback with regard to EMPD investigation. I accept this may have been the case. It is important to point out that IPID does not give feedback or updates on ongoing investigation. This is mainly for purposes of preserving the integrity of investigation. We do communicate feedback to the complainants as required by the IPID SOP, Standard Operating Procedure, to inform them of progress without providing details of the investigation. IPID is, however, not obliged to give feedback to the institution whose members are under investigation, as such disclosure may compromise witnesses and undermine the integrity of the investigation.
Thank you. And then if you go to page 20 at paragraph 86, you state that, however, maintained constant communication with both Chief Mapieye and Commissioner Spies over an extended period. We would share information and discuss issues that affect Ekurhuleni. I attach as annexures TLM 7 and 8, respectively, screenshots of my communication with both. For the record, annexure TLM 7 starts in your second file, the big file. They range in date from the 1st of August 2022, and the last page of that, at page 580, is 29 September 2025. Do you confirm?
The last page, it will be page?
Is page 580.
Yes,
And
yes.
29, the date is 29 September, so they are from 1st of August 2022 to 29 September 2025. And there are quite a few, about 50 pages. They span from page 522 to page 580. Do you confirm that?
It ends up at 581.
Is that problem of misplacing the numbering? You're correct. At 581 in actually the 6th of November 2025.
Yes, where it says, Avshin, so far so good, brilliant testimony. It was me greeting him in our language. In Tsonga, Avshin means good morning. So far so good, brilliant testimony. It was the testimony that he testified here in the commission, not knowing that the following day he will put me under the bus.
Was then it not appropriate for you to send another message on the 7th of November? What is the opposite of option?
Because he didn't respond to that one, the last one that I sent. I stopped communicating with him at that time.
Okay, and again,
I see that you refer to him as Shanks. I see that you refer to him as Shanks.
It's,
Shanks.
580.
Oh, it's a forwarded message. It's a forwarded message. Sorry. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yes.
Mr.
No, the
yes,
chair was
Mr.
referring to the message at the bottom of 580. It's a forwarded message and it starts, "Good day, Shanks." That's not you talking.
no, that one, it was not, it
No.
was not me.
No, let's leave it. Let's leave it. Let's leave it.
Okay, then the next annexure is TML 8. You refer to that at 86. And this you say are similar screenshots, but this time of your communication with Commissioner Spies.
Yes.
And these range from page 582 to page 630. And
Yeah.
I should check. And once again, it's not necessary at this juncture to go through them. In terms of date range, what I could make out is they seem to span from 8th March 2023, as appears at page 583, to, if I understand your paragraph 86, you have attached these screen grabs for the sole purpose of showing that you have had fairly extensive, if I may call them that, communication with both Commissioner Spies and Chief Mapieye over an extended period. Is that correct?
Yes.
But then I know we said we are not unpacking them. Before we leave these screen grabs, I would like to draw your attention to page 540. At 540, are you there?
Yes, I'm there now.
I see a date at the top of the 14th of February 2023. Good morning, Chief. Today my schedule is not hectic. I will come and see you. This is now in TLM 7. Your communication with Chief Mapieye. And then he seems to respond, all right, please call me around 1300, correct?
Yes.
Now, I'm interested in the 15th of February message. At the bottom, there appear to be 2 voice clips. Is that what they are? We don't have them because these are screen grabs. Are those voice clips at the bottom there on that page?
Yeah, in the picture it shows a voice note, yes.
Okay. Now, the message above reads, "Good morning, Chief. Some of your officers are just pure criminals. Can you recognize this voice?" I'm interested in your description by calling some of EMPD officers pure criminals.
The voice notes here, because I'm unable, which means it was, I assume it has been a long time. I do not remember the contents of that voice because I might have found it somewhere, someone did something. So I'm alerting the chief about that incident, that can you recognize this? I might, because it has been a long time and I cannot just remember what was the voice message all about.
It must have been a rough message for you to determine them to be, some of the members to be pure criminals. That's rather strong language, isn't it?
I accept, I use the strong language.
And you believe you were justified at the time to use that strong language?
I'm sure by hearing to that voice note that I can't remember.
Okay.
what was all about.
I must say, though, that given the different cases that we have looked at, it's different, the ones that we've been discussing,
Yes,
that you're investigating, that it seems you do have it is criminals. Officers in the MPD, some
yes,
are serious criminals.
yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Magagula, then continuing your statement, we are now at your paragraph 88. No, 87, I apologize. You say, I maintained less contact with Brigadier Mkwanazi, in brackets, as compared with Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies. I attach as annexure TLM9 screenshots of my communication with him on a number he had provided in 2023. From around October 2024, Brigadier Mkwanazi was utilizing a different number attached as annexure TLM10 screenshots of our communication on this phone number. Do you confirm that?
Yes, I confirm.
And your TLM9 starts at page 631. You say that's on the one phone, and it would appear that the first message is from the 22nd of May, 2023. And your TLM10, again, screen grabs of communication with Brigadier Mkwanazi. It seems to be the 2023 screenshots are TLM9. And TLM10, yes, starts at page 635. Do you confirm?
Yes, I confirm.
And in comparison, I mean, what you have given in terms of volume on the first number of 2023, it's from 631 to 634. That's 4 pages. And the second telephone number is 635 to 646. And I think it does support your contention that although you had contact with him, it was far less than you maintained with Chief Mapie and Commissioner Spies, if your annexures are anything to go by, the screen grabs.
Yes.
There is nothing in particular I would like to refer you to in the 2 annexures, your communications with Mr. Mkwanazi. They are on record to the extent that anything may appear from them that is of interest. The Commission will always have regard to what you have placed before the Commission.
Okay.
And at 9, you conclude then that TLM7 to TLM12 demonstrate that I had constant communication with the relevant officials of Ekurhuleni regarding their matters, and they had opportunity to raise any concerns they may have had with my investigations. This then, I think, would lead us to...
Can we maybe put the criticism to him and he responds? As I understood the criticism, it was that he would often visit either Ekurhuleni or EMPD offices and have meetings with Julius Mkwanazi. And Mkwanazi's superiors would not know what those meetings were about. And the suggestion was that he was cozying up to Mkwanazi, and the reason why no action was being taken was because he was friendly with him.
Indeed, Commissioner Kumalo, that was the next chapter we are dealing with, just to check. It's headed Allegations of Improper Relations with Brigadier Mkwanazi and City Manager. So I don't know if the issue you raised fits in with this. Okay. We move then, Mr. Magagula, to page 21 of your statement. We are at paragraph 90. Now, this particular heading reads allegations of improper relations with Brigadier Mkwanazi and the city manager, of course, being of Ekurhuleni. Now can you deal with the contents of this chapter as it starts from paragraph 90? Thank you.
As I indicated, the senior EMPD officers belabored under a wrong impression that I have a relationship with Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and an improper one at that. Further, that I have ongoing contact with Brigadier Mkhwanazi outside the official channels. This is incorrect. All my dealings with Brigadier Mkhwanazi have been in an official capacity as the head of specialized operation, where members of his unit are the subject of IPID investigation, and then only to the extent necessary. Chief Mapiyeye submitted a letter to this commission that he had addressed to the Executive Director of IP dated 24 January 2024, in which he complained of what he considered an inappropriate relationship between Brigadier Mkhwanazi and a meeting I had with Brigadier Mkhwanazi. I will address the contents of this letter to the best of my recollection.
Apologies, Mr. Magagula. Just a second. Commissioners, for the record, in fact, a correction has to be made. The letter was dated 26 January 2024, not 24th. And that is annexure JM27 to Chief Mapiyeye's statement. And this letter, Chief Mapiyeye had addressed to the Executive Director of IPID. And it read, I need to bring the following matters under your attention. During 2023, I personally reported to you that one of your investigators, Mr. Magagula, reported in person to the city manager of COE, Dr. Mashazi, that myself and Deputy Commissioner Spies are people who are pushing, quote unquote, the IPID investigation into J. Mkhwanazi EMPD, while nothing could be further from the truth. 2, it is a known fact that IPID have various investigations and cases still pending against J. Mkhwanazi, which some are not concluded yet. 3, it has come to my attention that Mr. Magagula has had numerous meetings with J. Mkhwanazi on the sideline at the Boksburg EMPD precinct. Last meeting between them was Friday, 19th January 2024. 4, I, as the Chief of Police and Head of the Metro Police, have not been informed or have knowledge of these meetings, and I also do not receive any progress feedback on existing matters. 5, the engagement of Mr. Magagula and Mr. J. Mkhwanazi has got the potential of jeopardizing the cases against Mr. Mkhwanazi. I therefore request a meeting with you whereby we can discuss these matters further and a way forward on how to handle this. Your considered noting is appreciated, and it's signed by Chief Mapiyeye. That is the letter that Mr. Magagula references at paragraph 91. Is that correct, Mr. Magagula?
Yes.
Then you say you will try and address the contents of this letter to the best of your recollection, and you start doing so from paragraph 92. Thank you.
During January 2024, Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi had contacted me to express concern of the increasing number of deaths linked to illegal mining activities and seizure of police firearm following the shootings. The seizure is by IPID following such incident, and it became necessary to explain the basis for the seizure. I confirm that both Investigator Nomsama Sugu and I attended to Brigadier Mkhwanazi's office on 19 January 2024 for a meeting with Brigadier Julius Mkhwanazi following this telephone call. I attach marked TLM 13 a copy of Investigator Masuku trip log, official vehicle over the period. This log sheet together with mine, which I attach TLM 13.2 reflect the trip to Boksburg. The meeting was held with 2 other EMPD employees. It was decided to conduct training for EMPD officers as regards how to conduct themselves during engagement with illegal minors and for them to understand purpose for seizure of firearms of the officers. This training was conducted on 15 November 2025, attached marked Annex TLM 14.
Before you proceed, at 93, you say you've got 2 annexures, marked TLM 13 Roman 1, which is a copy of Investigator Masuku's trip log for her official vehicle over the period. That document is attached and marked TLM 13 Roman 1. And please go to that page, the big file. 2 of 3, the big file.
The big
Yes.
file.
The big file, not the big 5, Mr. Magagula.
Okay, 2.
You said 203, it's 703.
I said 2 of 3, big file.
Okay.
Yes, yeah, 2.
It's,
You are in file 2 of 3, the big file.
yeah, I mean big file. I want to know the.
Okay, the page is 703. Top right corner.
Yes.
And it starts at 203 and it does indicate the name, NP Masuku, personal number, and it gives the details of the vehicle. And in this regard, if one refers to, it's a log, trip log over an extended period. It starts here on the 19th of January 2024, and the last page is 31st January 2024. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, which entry do you say is relevant to that visit to Ekurhuleni on the 19th of April, on the 19th of January 2024?
It is the first one, which date 19/1/2024. Standby duties, and it goes long to say Mufulo North, and then it stayed the time Boxback, and it stayed the time kilos and kilos and kilos.
And you say that is the day you attended to the Ekurhuleni offices
Yes.
for a meeting with Mr. Brigadier Mkwanazi and 2 other employees, right?
Yes.
Now, you continue on that paragraph and you say, this log sheet together with mine, which I attach as TLM 13 Roman 2, reflect the trip to Boxback. However, we do not have TLM 13 Roman 2. Would you like to talk to that, please?
I corrected that with you, that at that time I was driving with Ndlamini. Ndlamini was the one who, the other Thulani, when I say Ndlamini, is Thulani Ndlamini, whom was the one who took me there, and he left me the trip log for Ndlamini, because it was Ndlamini who was driving. It was taken to national office due to certain investigation in the department that was happening, for which I cannot mention. Yes.
So are you suggesting to the commissioners that you didn't use your vehicle, so therefore you don't have a log sheet for that particular day? You drove with Thulani Dlamini,
Yes.
the other investigator,
Yes.
but his trip log is currently not available for the reasons that you state.
Yes.
Do you undertake to make that particular trip log available as soon as it's at hand?
I cannot confirm that because there was an investigation which...
No, I don't need the details of that particular investigation. I
Yeah,
said,
it
when
was
it becomes available, are you in a
Yes,
position
yes.
to? Okay. But the purpose of attaching these logs is to confirm that indeed a meeting was held with Brigadier Mkhwanazi on the 19th of January 2024, as Chief Mapie suggests.
I confirm that.
And you maintain that it was an official meeting
I was there
between
also.
EMPD officials as headed by Brigadier Mkhwanazi following the telephonic conversation you had with him about concerns regarding zamazamas and seizure of firearms of EMPD officers.
Yes, I confirm that.
And on the other hand, the meeting was attended by at least 3 IPID officials, yourself, Investigator Masuku, and Investigator Tamini.
Dlamini didn't attend it. It was myself and Nomsa.
Who
and
attended
then
that?
with the other 2 female.
And you maintain there was nothing untoward about that meeting?
Yes, I maintain it was untoward. There was 2 ladies, and those ladies, I believe they are the one who provided Chief Mapie. They are in better position because there was nothing that was wrong. We advised on what he asked us for. And with the meetings, I don't know if I have addressed it in some other places. He was not talking about this only meeting. When he addressed to the Executive Director, he stated that there was several meetings that I had with Mr. J.D. Mkhwanazi. So I want to address also the other one because this is not isolated. This one, I believe, those 2 ladies that were there, they are the one who told Chief Mapie, and they should have even told him what was the contents of that meeting because it was not secret. That is why they were part of the meeting. The other meetings that is referring to, I never had a meeting with Julius Mkhwanazi except this one. During my performance of my duties, there is no where I met Mr. J.D. Mkhwanazi alone. There is no instance. Those statements, those 3 paragraphs, statement that I took from Pat Fontaine, Benoni, Hilbro, and the warning statement of him in terms of Brakpan. I took this statement on different occasions. In all occasions, I was not alone. So if Chief Mapie referred to that as meeting, it was not meeting, it was my official duties. And if I had to take a statement of Julius Mkhwanazi, whether it's warning statement or duty on, duty off statement, I do not need to inform Chief Mapie today that I'm going to take a warning statement of Julius Mkhwanazi. I'm going to take a duty on, duty off statement of Julius Mkhwanazi regarding this case. So I have no obligation to tell him each and every day when I go and obtain a certain things in EMPD to say today I'm going to take a warning statement of this member or this member. So what I want to clearly state is that in all occasions, when I met Julius Mkhwanazi, I met him with my team. There is no day where I met Julius Mkhwanazi alone. So even in this day of the 19th, that is why I confirm I was not alone, I was with Nomsa Masuku. So with the 2 ladies. So the contents, those ladies that were there, they know exactly what we were talking about. And that takes us to that training that we had on the 15th November. And even before that, there was a time, even in the screenshot you'll see, there was a time when you also asked us to do station lectures. We did a station lecture in their headquarters in Cape Town Park. That station lecture was initiated by him. And then when we do station lecture, the department also want to see photos of that station lecture with a register, who were the people that were there. We have a register. So we did that, and the photos that we took also, because it was headquarters, Mr. Spies was part of those photos. Nomsa has even those photos in your office. And then we did another station lecture in Boxbeck Council, Municipal Council. It was different unit. So we were trying to teach them how work. It doesn't mean IPID is to promote proper police conduct. So some of the police officers take us as their enemy, whilst we are there to assist them to improve service delivery and how to conduct themselves on the street. And it doesn't mean when I arrested you, you become my enemy. I can't talk to you. So you are not my enemy. And if in my performance of my duties, I need to take a statement, I will still come, regardless that you hate me or what. If it is work, I will still come to you to say, at this stage, I need this because of 1, 2, 3.
Thank you. Now I want to turn to your alleged meetings or relationship with City Manager of Ekurhuleni, but before I do so, Commissioner Khumalo, has he covered the concerns you had, the issues that was called upon to answer?
Yes.
Thank you. You deal with that from paragraph 96, Mr. Magagula. If you could take it from paragraph 96.
96.
Yes.
Chief Mapie further alleged that I had been seen with the city manager of Ekurhuleni. I categorically deny the allegation that I have any personal knowledge of or have ever met the city manager of Ekurhuleni municipality. I refute any claim suggesting that I was at any time in the company of the city manager. To the best of my knowledge, there has never been any occasion on which I have personally met, communicated with or interacted with her in any capacity. In the performance of my official duties, I utilize state vehicle. Any assertion that of a meeting with the city manager can be objectively verified through the state vehicle tracking record, which provide an accurate account of my location on the dates in question. The information is provided to assist the Commission in addressing any potential misinformation or misrepresentation that may be presented by Mr. Mapie concerning alleged interaction between myself and Brigadier Mkhwanazi and the city manager of Ekurhuleni municipality. So, yeah, I had Mtate Mapie. I don't know the city manager. Till today, I don't know her. To see her face, I only saw her in the commission and a certain video. I don't know if it was before, it is before or after the commission, where Julius was seen to say, I will die, I will take a bullet for you, Mama. I didn't know even a face. I only know a face in those occasions. The video and the commission. So personally, till today, I never met her or communicated with her.
Thank you.
Maybe before you get to the conclusion, you've explained in this last discussion the training that you were asked to give by
Yes.
Brigadier Mkhwanazi, and where you had to explain the mandate of
Yeah.
the IPID and why the IPID takes firearms when there had been incidents. Have you had, or do you have that kind of discussion or education, if you like, with officials. So, for example, we had these complaints about you were not investigating these matters, including the Mbenze matter that we heard about. Now we have an explanation why the EMPD, the people that are complaining, would not have known that Mbenze is about to go to court, because, as explained, that it is matters that you keep and you don't communicate with your stakeholder, and you've said the same thing as well. And so it seems part of these complaints are based on not knowing or understanding the processes of at least from where I'm sitting, not understanding the processes of IPID, that there should never be an expectation that they will be getting feedback while they're running matters. Comes from ignorance of not knowing that you would need to speak to a commander to get a commander statement where their members are involved. Is there that kind of education or information to your stakeholders about your processes?
Yes, I will. There is no such, but Ntatema PAE and Rivers Peace, if you look at our communication, Ntatema PAE and Commissioner Peace, they have my contact. I'm open to them, and even my other team members, they had access to not only me, my other team members, they engage us. So if they were having concern or delays, I mean, they will have engaged us to say how far is this matter. Even if this one is confidential, we'll say with this one we won't give you an update. More especially the case that we didn't want to give them update, even if they ask, but we will have told them the reason why. It was the Mbenze case, because they did request copies of that docket, and we informed them that we can't give you this one. In most of the cases, we give them those copies. So we will never refuse without giving them an answer that we do not give you this one because of 1, 2, 3. So Datema PAE and Rivers Peace, they have that opportunity to ask us any case. Oh, Magagula, what is happening? If they don't want to ask me, they have access to the other team members.
I asked the question the way that I did, because I wanted an answer that applies generally, not just to them. I assume that you have a good working relationship with Spies and MAPIA, for example, and they are not bad people when they come here and express suspicion about lack of information. I've made that assumption. So I'm asking a general question about, do your stakeholders understand your processes, such as this, that when you're conducting an investigation, this is how it plays out, as in they will not get information unless it becomes necessary for you to speak to them. And so when you are quiet, it doesn't mean an investigation is not happening. Do they understand all of those things?
Yeah, they do. SAPS do understand. With the MPD, I won't know if they understand.
Perhaps you should consider giving them a lecture as well, in the way that you've done with the police, with the mandate of the. You've done with Brigadier Mkwanazi's people about the mandate of the IPID. Perhaps you should consider to give them lectures about your processes.
I will do so.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. Ms. Magagula, this then leads us to your concluding remarks at page 23. Just to point out, in this part of your statement, you reference the Boksbeek North Cas case, and you deal with a different case. The Boksbeek North is the 241/17 03/2024. That is the matter involving the Congolese national. Is that not so?
Yes, it's that one.
Then you say, you compare that with another case, also from Boxbed Cast 281/05/2023, and you say this case was not referred to in the commission.
Yes.
You have attached STLM 15, a report you had filed following an investigation at page 725. 725 of Annexure 3 of Bundle 3 of 3.
Yes, I got it.
And this, once again, is a memorandum to the Chief of Police, EMPD, and the subject is the initiation of disciplinary recommendations in terms of Section 30. And this involved a different matter that neither Chief Mapie nor Commissioner Spies raised in the commission. But I do note that the members implicated in this matter, at least one of them, is part of the, did we call it the extortion matter?
Yes.
Concerning involving the Congolese national.
Yes.
And you provide the summary of allegations there, and you conclude by requesting that EMPD take action against these members.
Yes.
You then attach a further document, you number TLM 16. And that is communication from the DPP,
Yes.
addressed to you and to your supervisor, Mr. Bodu. It is dated 10 March 2023 at page 730. This is still the same matter as with Annexure TLM 15 regarding those members, including Shirinda, who is also involved in the Congolese national matter.
Yes.
Under CAS 281/05/2023. And you say, unfortunately, the DPP declined to prosecute in this matter.
Yes.
So you never pursued it criminally because the DPP declined to prosecute.
Yes.
But you had filed your report with the DPP as you filed with EMPD.
Yes.
Do you know what became of the EMPD processes following receipt of your recommendation? Do you know if anything happened there?
I do not know anything about EMPD. There's progress on this matter.
Okay. And lastly, then you reference another matter we don't know. You say Edenvale theft, case number 267/07/2025. State versus Fortune Klantla Dlamini and 9 others. 6 members of the EMPD and 4 members of Sakane SAPS were arrested for theft. The investigation is proceeding according to the Deputy Director of Public Prosecution's instructions. EMPD was aware of this case, however, no action was taken against these members departmentally. That's a different example you give of what you say is a case you are actively involved in and you are pursuing vigorously, involving EMPD members, including SAPS members.
Yes.
And then if you could then read 103 and 104. At page 24 of your statement.
Yeah.
Paragraph 103 at page 24. If you could read that.
Okay. I reference these matters to demonstrate that I do not protect members of EMPD from prosecution, whether criminally or disciplinary. Threats in the Ekurhuleni area remain reality, and the IPID management continues to mitigate them Despite limited budgetary resources, the Ekurhuleni team currently consists of 6 investigators. 6 investigators are up from 5 previously. The high workload is further compounded by the departure of caseworkers from the department, whose cases we have had to assume responsibility for.
Thank you. And that is the last paragraph of your statement.
Yes.
Commissioners, unless there are further questions, that is the testimony of Mr. Thulani Magagula. Thank you.
Mr. Magagula, thank you very much. You are excused.
Thank you, Commissioners. I have learned a lot during the session. I hope to take what I have learned here to the street and to my other team members, so that we can add value to the inhabitants of Gauteng province. I thank you.
Thank you for that undertaking.
Thank you.
Let's adjourn until 9:30 on Monday.
9:30 Monday. Thank you, Chair.